Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Warisatul Husna, and today I would like to explain about multimodality discourse analysis or multimodal discourse analysis. And we have several learning focus, and I want to explain it based on my understanding after I read the book. So let's start with the example first. Like, imagine you every day saw and watch the breaking news or news on the TV, and the first thing we notice is the big phone that big phone written about the breaking news, and after that we saw the reporters report the situations happens in there, and after that usually in the breaking news, it's combined with the background music. Depend on the situations. It could be the emotional background, happy, or something like that. Depends on the situations. And after that, we can see how all of that things beside of language communicate with us, like with emotional music background, or can make us like calm and sad, like that. And after that, with the big font in breaking news headline, can make us focus and know what is that news, what is that news want to tell us. So it's called multimodal. Basically, multimodal is about um, the way modes like tone, color, font, background music, something beside of the language want to tell us something with us. So the combination of all of this called multimodality, and the analysis part of that can we call multimodality discourse analysis. And after that, we can move to the next point about the multimodality and image design. I'm sorry. Before that, we have to know multimodality and genres. So we know that genre is have their own structure. In the multimodality, they have a different genre too. Like magazine have their own genres, and newspaper also have their own genre, and so on. For example, in magazine, we can see in magazine usually they have a layout, and then elegant fonts, and after that how the photo could be shot. It could be uh, a feminine or like a manly. It depends on the theme of the magazine. It called the genre of magazine. We can compare to the newspaper that more about the news, and the photo itself is about the conditions of something, and they have a headline and explanations. So different genre have a different structure and different rules. Yeah, like in the Peltridge book, explained about the cosmopolitan design that usually have like an elegant phone, and the model use the clothes to say the identity, something like that. And we can move to the next point, multimodality and image design. Like I said before, in image design we have they have their own structure and rules. We can see this magazine can have bright colors, feminine, and use the elegant font and glamour, and like cosmopolitan, and maybe the W magazine have dark themes, black and white, and use the men as models, yeah, something like that. And after that we can see the phone. They can have several phone to choose, like elegant or minimalist, and also the layout. They can use they can use a layout like big. They can focus on the picture. They could be use a big picture instead of the many text, or they want to have a much text. Yeah, it depends on the writer or the owner of the magazine. So after that we can move to the uh, multimodality in newspaper. We know that newspaper always have headline and always have picture, and usually the font is minimalist, that so we can write it comfortably. So yeah, I think not much about the newspaper. It depends on the editor or the writer of the newspaper. Usually the big picture on the center is the main topic of the edition of the newspaper. And also we can see the newspaper on the website that usually put the link on it. So if you want to read the newspaper about that certain topic, we can tap that link. Yeah, it's in recent time that technology is everywhere. And next we can move to multimodality in TV and film. I think film is the easier things that we can focus on to understand about multimodality, because in films everything is told something, is communicate something to us. Everything in the film wants to tell something to us, and the combinations is perfect, so we can everyone I think love to watch movies or films because of the complex things, like the camera movement, and then the music and the angle, and after that the cinematic and the effects. It's so complex in the film, and the process is so so heavy, so tiring. That's why a film production is the hardest thing, I think. It yeah. For example, if it's the in the book the in the book, Paul Turrets give an example of the speech of Obama. So they use the zoom angle, like a shot in the zoom, so we can see the face of the president clearly. And after that, behind of that, they have American flag as identity, and they use the warm effects. So yeah, we can interpret the meaning, like the flag is about the identity. The uh, zoom part is to we can see the face clearly. Yeah, it's about the speech. And compared to the action film, maybe they they use the background music, and then the actor, the facial expression of the actor, and how the actor say the sentence, it can have a meaning. That's all about the TV and film, multimodality in TV and film. We move to the how, like the ways to have analysis to multimodality discourse analysis. First thing first, we have to collect the data, and after that we have to contextualize what is that actually, like where is the place, and then who is in the screen or in the paper. And yeah, we have to know what is the context of the data. And after that we can see, we can watch or read the text or the film repeatedly to gain the conclusions to our paper. And after that we can focus on the one main idea, maybe about we can only focus on the font or on the background music and so on. And yeah, and after that we can have a discourse multimodality discourse analysis. The last thing that we have to know is about the limitation of this multimodal discourse analysis, or MDA, is about the multimodality is only focused on the product, so we cannot see the process behind it, like the editing process, like actor, or the process behind it, because we only focus on the product. And after that, every design, newspaper, film can interpret different by other people. That it depends on the people how they interpret something. So it's more like a subjective analysis. And after that, in the multimodality, we also have a limitation on the how we collect the data, because we only know about the product itself. So how to prevent this, we can interview some people, or we can use the theory of a scholar. I think that's all about the multimodality. That is so interesting. Like it's not all about the language. The everything behind it is also important, and we have to know about it. And yeah, I think that's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.